Alright, we're going to be watching Codkimo, who's been playing Soldier and Reaper on New Junk City. This is Plat 3. One second. Right, good. I need to know what I could have done better to win this game, except for a Visor that I popped for arrow on second point, the one against Ulting Echo. I always think that I'm the problem in my lost games. I really blame my teammates, but in this game, I feel like I've done what I could do, so I would like to have someone criticize me to see what I can. My goal isn't to climb a lot, but to be able to somewhat solo carry my games. That's why I need this review. Alright, so let's take a look. So for starters, I would note the fact that at the very beginning of the game, the doors are open, and you have just spawned now. This is not so good. This might not seem like a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a very basic thing for you to just be ready. Hey, at the spawn door, door's open, you get out there. You're basically 3 or 4 seconds behind the team, and if you miss the Lucio amp here, you're going to be even further behind. This is a pretty big deal. So actually, let's watch how big a gap it is between you and the team. You're running full speed. Yeah, So I'm going to show you right when they start engaging. Alright, and they're engaging now. You are still, like I said, 3 or 4 seconds away from being able to fight. So instead of being able to help your team right away, you can't help your team until right now. This can be a big difference in a fight. Like, it seems like it's a small thing, but like 4 seconds, Soldier does, I think, like 172 damage a second, something like that. Again, I think it's buffed now with his recent damage. So like on the ballpark of like 190 damage a second. In 4 seconds, you could do 600 damage. Oh wait, no, that's bad math. You could do almost 800 damage in 4 seconds. That is a tremendous amount of damage. You could kill 3 squishies while missing some shots in 4 seconds. Yeah, so that's a lot of damage. So you really don't want to do this. Like, think about what are your odds of winning a fight if the enemy DPS is stunned for 4 seconds when the fight begins? Pretty good. Like, as a tank, I would realize, hey, there's a DPS missing. Either it's a Sombra, if it's the start of the game, I might not know, but like later in the game, I'd be like, there's no DPS here, I'm going to run over your team. I'm going to know right away, like if I'm the Junker Queen or the Reinhardt in this situation, I'm going to look and be like, you're missing a DPS, I don't know where the DPS is, but like, I'm going to take this opportunity to just kill your Junker Queen. Because you not being there is a significant loss to your team. So such a basic thing of just like, look, the game has started, like if you queue up for a game, be ready to play. I know it seems basic, but it's like symptomatic of just like a general sense of like urgency and care for the game that I think is really, really important, right? If you want to climb, if you want to do everything you can to win games, take games seriously. That's my starting point. Actually, let me pause here. I've already seen the whole replay. Let me talk to you about 3 different things that I want to note. Number 1, space awareness. Specifically, not in the general concept of like taking space, but like physically how far you stay away from the enemy. You have this really bad habit when you're shooting, where you're shooting at the Rhine and you will just start running at the Rhine while shooting, instead of maintaining like a safe range away while shooting. This is a very common problem. Or like, for example, you'll be right here and you'll pop Visor and you'll come around the corner like this, like into the Rhine's face, and then he'll kill you. This happens all the time this game. I'm going to call every single one of them. That's number 1. Number 2, general awareness of the enemy. There are times where you seem to lose track of where the enemy is, or like enemies that can come get you, and you just tunnel vision, and then you die. Number 3, your aim is kind of a problem. And the best I can tell, because I don't play on console, but having played other games on console, it looks to me that you are heavily reliant on auto aim assist to get kills. And if someone moves far enough away from your cursor that the auto aim assist breaks, like it starts becoming like sticky to them, your aim goes down dramatically. Your tracking aim is sometimes actually excellent, and it feels to me like it's related to the auto aim assist, because like it looks almost like hacks, like how much you stick on them, and like you'll laser somebody down from like medium range. But then there are other times where you'll have really easy kills that you'll whiff because they've somehow snapped out of your aim, and you'll fire like half of your clip into the wall. So those are 3 things I'm going to note, right? Again, general space awareness, right, in terms of like how far away you are from the enemy you're shooting, because Soldier wants to play in the mid-range, right? Not super close, not super far, somewhere in the mid-range. So somewhere between like here and here is like a good distance for Soldier to play in, right? Roughly here to here. You don't want to play any closer, because lots of heroes do more damage than you, can burst you down. And you don't want to play too far, because your damage fall starts kicking in, and you have less impact. So one thing to note is, I've already done replays for you before, and I mentioned in your previous Soldier videos that I think you should take more off angles, like playing away from your team, not playing in the center of your team. You do an excellent job of that this game, right? I think that you definitely, I felt like, listened to that advice, and you do a really good job off angling, and I think it helps you win a lot of fights. And I think this game goes downhill when the other problems start arising, and then you go Reaper, and I don't think your Reaper play is very good at all. So, beam down the Rhine. So, watch right now. So, as you start shooting the Rhine, So you're moving backwards, now you're moving forwards. There is no need to move this far forwards like as you're doing. Like, is it the worst? It's not the worst, but I would note right now is that you're walking back and forth in a straight line. So watch, shooting backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards. Like this over and over again. This is very dangerous because if I'm the enemy looking at you, right? Let me stand in front of the Ryan so he doesn't block our view. Very easy for me to shoot you as you come forwards, backwards, right? Forwards again. Very, very easy for me to hit you. As any projectile, hit scan, whatever hero, very easy for me to hit you. Don't do this. This is not a valid attacking pattern. You should never, ever, ever do this, with the very tiny exception that if somebody is on like your side flank and you have to kill the target in front of you, but you're who's not shooting at you, but you have to dodge a target at your side. Other than that, which does not happen, other than 0.1% of all times, you never want to do this movement. It is not a correct FPS movement that you ever want to be doing this repeatedly over and over again, okay? You want to do side-to-side strafes, okay? Or you could do figure eights, right? Like this. It makes you pretty evasive and so forth. But never just straight forward, straight backwards. In this case, you're not going to get punished for it, but there are times where you will, okay? Again, I think you would have been totally fine just staying here, right? Just shooting, just strafing out here, and you would have been good. There's no need for this forward backward stuff, which is basically the same as standing still. All right, you hit a good helix into them, right? Cassie's there. This is a good example of what I mean by lasering somebody down. I do not think that even on PC players, even into I would say high masters, they would consistently get this kill on Cassidy, right? Without helix, I think this is extremely rare, and that's why it looks to me like auto aim assist is really helping you here. Because it's just so unnatural compared to like all the rest of the shooting that you do that it seems like this is at least somewhat assisted by the game. If it is your aim, great, excellent. Take it as a compliment because it almost looks like you're hacking. I'm not saying you're actually hacking, but I'm saying it's such an outlier in terms of your otherwise aim that it feels like an outlier. But like if you could laser him down from there, great. I think that in my situation, right, knowing that the Cassie's here, I'd push forward a little bit while attacking and try to track him around. Yeah, like maybe I get the kill, but like you don't miss a single bullet here. Like this is perfect aim the whole way, and I think you actually hit headshots too. Yeah, you can hear the headshot right there as well. All right, so Cassidy's dead, and now your team is going to be able to cap. And what should you be doing right now? Well, one option is to hold this door, right? Another option is to flank to the side and put pressure on the Mercy, right? And if she's not there, you can try flanking out here and so forth. I think that it's perfectly fine to just chill here, get the cap, and see what they're going to do, right? You don't really need to press the advantage because you already have a 5-on-4 advantage. You basically won this fight already. But going out here is not a problem, like, not an issue. But one thing you want to be careful about chasing too much. Mercy's available. This is a good example, again, of where you drift forwards, okay? You see the Mercies out here. You don't want to go any closer. I want to make this very clear. If you get any closer, the Reinhardt has the opportunity to charge and kill you. Not necessarily to pin you, but to charge at you and then get close enough that he gets 2 hammer swings in so he can fire strike kill you. Okay? That's what you have to be worried about here. The closer you are, right, even if he doesn't pin you, the closer you are, the more dangerous it is because it's harder for you to react to the Reinhardt charging and going after you right away, especially because he has a Lucio. But you see how you're drifting forwards right now? This is bad. You have to stop doing this. It is really, really bad, and it hurts your survivability a ton. See, right here, you're good. This is a good distance. Like, if you want to fight from here, fine, 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 fine. You see how you drift forwards? Right? And now you run backwards exclusively, which also makes it harder for you to aim, for the record. I think it would be reasonable to be like, okay, shoot, 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 shoot. Okay, Ryan's coming, come back in. Now you're playing out here, and you see, once again, you go forwards. Right? Now you're going backwards, now you're going forwards. It's always the forwards, backwards moving pattern, right? Forwards, backwards, right? Forwards, backwards. Side to side, please. Side to side, way better, right? Decide, hey, this corner I'm going to fight at? Great, fight at this corner. All right, so Genji's coming. You're sprinting forward. You should stop right now. You start shooting. Your aim is off right away. Genji's taking the fight against you. What do? I think you break line of sight. You pop heal station, and then you fight this out, which is correct, right? You are heavily advantaged here, considering the fact that he's already used dash and didn't hit you with it. You should be able to win this. I would note here that you should stay in the healing station when you pop this. You'll notice that you actually walk out of it and lose a considerable amount of health. When he pops Helix here, by the way, you could kill him by just rocketing over here to the right. Would kill him, right? Because the splash will kill him. But if you want to wait it out, that's also fine. There's not a lot that you can do. He should have dash here, though. Oh, very, very soon. Yeah. So you Helix and kill him? Fine. Great. Excellent. So you killed the Genji, right? You killed the Cassidy. You're in good shape. You're going to sprint forward, and you're going to die. So this is the starting problem with like enemy awareness. You haven't seen the enemy DPS in a while. You personally killed them at the beginning of that fight, so they should be responding by now. That being said, I think this is a forgivable death. I think that I would have been aware enough to realize, hey, look, the other DPS should be coming back, and I should be careful because I don't have heal station. With the combination of those two things, I realize I'm in danger. On the grand scheme of things, this is not like that big a problem. You already killed the DPS, so you at least trade it out for the team. Should be okay, right? You're gonna regroup. Your team is losing the fight. I would say that, yeah, you basically can't do anything. You're waiting for your team to regroup. Yep, because you've lost everybody. Let's think for a second. While my team is regrouping, where should I go? Should I just stand here, right? Should I push down main? Obviously, I shouldn't push down main, right? I'm just gonna get me killed. I obviously don't want to push this way because this is basically main. They're gonna get me killed. I want to take the opportunity to play a flank, right? Go for a long flank, find an angle where they're going to have a lot of trouble dealing with me, and then kill them. So for example, you could come all the way over here, wait, and come in and start poking down. Right? If the Genji comes and challenges you, you can leave, put down heal station if you need to, and then go back in and challenge again. If they are like, oh shoot, because they're fighting your team, and they're fighting you on this angle, they're like, oh shoot, what they're going to do, they're going to back up. At which point you can continue the rotation over to here, right? Clear off whatever's high ground, step over here, fight's won. The second you get over here, the fight is over. Okay, can we get, hopefully that part is clear. If we can somehow get you into this spot right here, and you're not dead, and there's not a Cassidy right next to you, even if the Cassidy's down low, like it's still 5-on-5, the fight is over. There's almost no way you lose a fight if you're standing right here, because your team is going to be on this side in their face, and you're going to be shooting them in the high ground, and they have no cover anywhere, fight's over. So you should take this opportunity since you have time to keep flanking here, right, and go for that long flank. Can you come out? I would shoot him here. I don't think there's a strong reason not to. You don't know that his team's with him or anything like that. You could get a Helix on him easily, try to go for the 5 shots. He probably pops deflect and dash right away, chase him down, might be able to kill him. Beats popped. You're going to flank on the side. You see the Genji jumping. I would be totally fine shooting the Genji here because I think there's a pretty good chance that he's low. You can't actually see this unless you damage him, but there's a pretty good chance that Genji's playing this far back that he's low. You're going to aim for the Mercy. Aim here is okay, not great. I think you should have popped Helix right there at the end to kill. I think you should have popped Helix right here and back and killed her. Or here. Right? Definitely here, you should have killed her. You have to use your abilities, right? Really important to use Helix here. You use Helix too late, right? And you end up killing her, but like that's a really long time to wait for this Helix kill. You're gonna run away from the Genji, that's fine, good call. And you notice, despite the fact that you hurt, hopefully you're wearing a headset. If you're not wearing a headset, please wear a headset. Even buy like a $10 pair of earbuds will help you tremendously. Hopefully you hear, hey, there's a Ryan here, there's a Cassidy here, they're really close. I don't want to be coming around this corner like in their face. I want to be taking this long angle around the corner. That way I have space to work with if I'm going to do this, right? Not this, but this. So now you're way too close to the Rhine and the Cassidy in this situation. You run straight past the Rhine and the Genji here, totally ignoring them, and then you're going to die here in a second, I think. Yeah. So let's look at this right here, and hopefully it's objectively clear how absurd it is that you just kind of run past 2 enemy heroes to go chase another enemy hero on the far side of the fight, and then you're gonna die. Like, this is just not good awareness of the enemy. Like, now that I'm rewatching this, I feel like there's a pretty good chance you're not wearing a headset and you don't have directional audio, because it looks like you had literally no idea that there's enemies there. Like, you just saw the Cassidy, didn't realize there was a Rhine here, right? Didn't hear the Rhine, didn't hear the Genji, right? The Genji does like 190 damage to you right here. Oh, you're missing something. No, 190, yeah, look at this. Literally, the Genji just two-shot you for, yeah, wow, exactly 190 damage to you. And it doesn't seem like you noticed, and you're like, oh, I just get the health now, and now let me shoot the Cassidy that I was trying to shoot the whole time. Like, this is crazy tunnel visioning. So, none of this should happen. You should have just played, hey, long angle, try to kill the Cassidy, try to kill the Rhine, Genji challenges, put down heal station, whatever it is. Like, that's your best move there. Regrouping. Your team's already in. I think in this situation, again, your team is already in. I think it's reasonable to just run up and find like the fastest possible path. But if you want to go to the flank, fine. But I'd be worried that this will take too long. This is a very, very long flank. I think this is too long of a flank. I think going left side, like you did before, would have been a better option. All right. So we're going to see right here, Cassidy's going right to left. So you're going to try to track him. Number 1, beat has been popped. So you know the enemy team is very, very strong right now, other than Cassidy, who doesn't get this. Number 2, is I don't want to get any closer to this fight because I'm a medium range hero. I don't want to fight people close range. I don't want to fight people long range. I don't want to fight people at medium range. This range is good. Just shoot down the Cassidy. Great. But we're going to notice that what you do is that you walk to the left with him, shooting him the whole time, which is generally fine because you're like trying to track his movement. But the problem is it drifts you closer and closer to the fight. And I think this is going to get quite dangerous for you. Right? You don't get punished for it right now, but you could be. I would also note here is that we just heard them pop beat. They still have beat. This Mercy, who normally has 200 health, has 379. So she has an extra 179 health that will be gone if you wait like another second and a half. But instead, you have to burn through that beat to kill the Mercy, right? And now you have to work on the Rhine. The Genji has bladed and doesn't kill you somehow, and you're going to cap. And you probably look at this and be like, I made a good play. This is a good play here. This is a bad play. This is a really, really bad play. There is no reason you should have gotten away with this. I think the Genji at a minimum completely whiffs you here, right? Does a slash? He whiffs this. Dragon Blade is 120 damage. You should be dead right now. This is not like a skill thing. No Genji should miss this blade ever, right? He dashes in. Like, this is an easy blade. There's no reason this should have happened. This should have been really, really easy kill. And then he gets a reset, goes straight through, right? Goes after the Lucio, maybe kills the Lucio too. Maybe it's still enough that that your team wins, but I'm just noting it's like this is not a good situation that you put yourself in, right? You popped Visor after they popped beat already. They have Genji Blade, and you're too close. If you were standing over here, fine, no problem, because the Genji can't reach you in one dash. So he would have to dash, then run a bit, then slash you, and then slash you again. But instead, you put yourself way too close to the fight because you can't help walking forwards, right? Genji misses that blade, which should have killed you, and then you finally manage to cap. Alright, are they going to get a contest? They are going to get a contest. So you try to poke him down to the side, that's fine. If I see Lucio coming at me, I fight him. Right? You are heavily favored against Lucio. Like, Soldier versus Lucio, assuming equal skill, Soldier wins like 90-95% of the time. With Heal Station, there's almost no way that he could possibly win a fight against you. Take the fight against Lucio for sure. Right? Big part about playing DPS is finding advantageous one-on-ones. Take the fight against Lucio. You also pop Heal Station here for no reason. You're full health. I think you're thinking you're going to maybe go to like a duel with this Lucio to the death, but even if the Lucio did want to duel you there, as soon as he sees you pop Heal Station, he leaves. So this is all in all like a really bad call. Alright, you cap. We're going to rotate here. Right, poking the Mercy down. Good. I think, again, you could have killed her with Helix, like here, just splashing on the ground. Right, but you do manage to kill the Mercy. She somehow walks back into this? What the heck is the Mercy doing? Yeah, she's like not paying attention at all. This is what's hard, because this is on PS5, right? So you're Platinum. Platinum is top 35% of the player base, give or take. If this was on PC, this would look like a high bronze, maybe like mid-silver game. Like, the gap is really large between some consoles and PC. And like also this could be region as well, right? Like for example, you're playing in like South America or the Middle East, like they're far less competitive as regions. But I'm just noting here is like there's a lot of room for improvement on the enemy team. The idea that this Mercy is going to get kind of beamed down right now completely ignores you, right? Has literally no idea that she's getting shot from the right. Just walks into you, right? Towards you, leaving her back exposed and dying is crazy to me, right? There's like zero awareness on this Mercy's part as to what she should be doing at all. Anyway, you're going to kill the Mercy here, which is a kill you honestly did not deserve because she should not die in this situation. You do evade here, which is good. They try to chase you. At the second I reach this corner, I turn around. Why? I'm already nearly full health and I'm being healed by the Mercy. I don't need to run anymore. I can turn around and fight right now. But you keep running, despite the fact that your team is engaging, right? You see there's a fight going on over here? And this is what I mean by like general fight awareness is like not great, because I think you could have turned right here and helped this Rhine not walk into your team. You do go here for the off angle, which I think is good, but I think the off angle you wanted was actually this one right here. Right? As soon as you come through, Lucio's right there. Yeah, beam down to Lucio. That would have been fine. You know? Instead of like this really, really long blank that takes too long. So now you're behind them, which is a really great position to be in, and your team hasn't lost. That's good. But you don't want to get any closer because they could rush you down, especially with Lucio. Right? Shooting them. Again, all you see is forward, backwards movement. I wouldn't even bother helixing shields. I don't know why you give this up. Right? Finish your ammo, reload, and keep fighting. Because this position's really good. And your Junkrat's here. Like, you want to be here to help your Junk. You see how you completely abandon your Junkrat here for no reason. Like, you're not under pressure. They're not coming after you. No one's even looking at you. You should stay here and try to beam down. You could have killed the Echo. You could have killed Lucio by now, and then ran away once they started all pushing into you. But you run back, presumably to capture the point. This is a bad call. Generally speaking, you should ignore the objective. Kill the enemy team first, then cap or push the card or whatever it ends up being. Right? Number one priority is always win the team fight before doing anything else. But nonetheless, Echo, again, I have no idea what the heck this Echo is doing. She just flies out here in the open with 78 health and just dies instantly. This, like, literally looks like bronze. On BZ, this would actually be bronze. I don't know why you waited quite so long for that, but fine. I also have no idea why she would pop Valk here. I just realized this. Holy... Wow. Okay. Whatever. Anyway. So, you should figure out which direction are they coming from and set up. Right? They're coming from this way, so I want to be set up on high ground over here, for example. This is a good option. This is also a good option, right? I'm trying to think. Well, the exact map design, right? I think, yeah, probably those two, like high left, high right. High right's probably your best option, like somewhere over here. Really, really good, strong option. You can go over here and flank and go after the back line. But you are way too far. Oh, you're picking up your Mercy. That's okay. Oh, that's okay. Okay, that's fine. I take that back. This is fine. Yep, you go high right. This is good. I like this positioning. So you're going to start gaming for Lifeweaver, which is fine. I would note this Echo right here on your screen. See the Echo? See the Echo? Right? See the Echo again? You saw her down there? Yeah. It's really important that you see the Echo. So when you came back here, I understand she beamed down the Lifeweaver. I think beaming down the Echo would have been easier because no one's looking at the Echo, so she's not going to get support help. And she's a lot closer to you, so you can Helix right away. 5 bullets, she's dead. But instead, you're not looking at her at all. She notices you, comes over here, flies up, sticky, 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 beam, and dead. This just happens because you're not paying attention, right? You just don't see. You're like so tunnel visioned on the Lifeweaver. And by the way, you can't even kill the Lifeweaver. Like, this is rough to see. Like, you see, it's fine. And this is what I mean. As soon as he goes up and breaks your auto aim, now you're all over the place. Right? And when you're finally starting to lock back in, now you've lost all your ammo, and you're going to die to the Lifeweaver. So yeah, that's a disastrous death. And it does in fact cost your team the point. So I have no idea what the heck your Mercy is doing. Alright, so another good example of you are too close. I can hear the Rhine through the wall. I can tell based on the loudness of the sound how close the Rhine is to me. I know he's like right here. I don't really want to walk through there and start taking shots. You know, if I do come through this door, I'm going to come wide left, not close left, which is what you're doing, right? This is wide left. This is close left. You coming close left allows the Reinhardt to hit you with a hammer swing. That should never happen. If you're playing Soldier against Reinhardt, you should play the whole game and never get hit by Reinhardt hammer in the entire game. That is what playing Soldier correctly looks like. This should not happen. The Rhine doesn't have any ability to actually close the gap with you and hit you with a hammer pretty much ever. Another good example where once you're full and the tank's no longer chasing you, turn around. As soon as I reach here, I turn around right away and I look, hey, is the Reinhardt chasing me? No, go right back in right now. Because that's what I want to do. Is like I want to take this opportunity to go right back in. But the problem is you're slow to react to this. Now you see 2 purple targets. Even though you haven't damaged, you know they're purple for sure. Right click, just one helix. Right click is helix. One helix here kills 2. Instead, you go for the Echo. I understand you're trying to save your Junkrat, but like I would have taken the quick 2 easy kills in the center of the point. That was a Lifeweaver and an Echo, right? Oh, it's a Mercy and Echo. Sorry, Mercy and Cassidy. I got both of those wrong. So you could have gotten 2 free easy kills there. You reload, beam down the Lifeweaver. Now the aim is not so good. I would drop down there and kill the Rhine. There's no need for you to stay high ground now. It's like a 3-on-1 situation. You want to kill him as soon as possible. Alright. So you cap. You go next point. So note, hey, where do they normally come in? They're normally going to come in from this door, maybe this way to the right. So what's a good spot for me to be defending in this situation? Right? So you have one spot that's over here. You have another spot that's over here. You can also play point here, right? As an option. There are some options here, but you should be setting up somewhere, not just sitting here AFK for a while now. We're at 5, 6, 7. Nearly died there. You should have been dead. 8. Like, you can't be AFK this much. I don't know if someone's calling to you, if your phone's ringing or whatever, but being AFK gets you killed and will cost you games. Easy coaching tip. Being AFK costs you games. Alright. So, you finally start waking up and playing this fight, there's no real need to sprint here. Like, you can just stand right here. You can already put pressure on the Rhine. Obviously, a lot of people are shooting at the Rhine, so it's a good opportunity to do it. Maybe try to focus him down. You're going to heal the soldier right away. You turn. Great. Good Helix. Put down heal station and just win the fight. So this aim is not so good. The initial Helix is great, but then from there, right? Like, you have no control of your aim at this point in time. You are missing like 80% of your bullets at that moment. You really need to clean that up. You Helix him, right? Now you get the kill. Great, finally. You need to look, see what's the deal. What's the situation? Okay, well, it's a 4-on-4, so winnable. But you see the Mercy heal beam. You should aim for the Mercy right now instead of shooting for the Rhine. This is a bad call. Now you pop Visor, despite being in the midst of a bunch of things. I think this is your quote-unquote mistake. But yes, this is clearly a mistake. Like, you're way too close to the Junker Queen and the Ramatra to be popping Visor right now. If you did pop this, the recoil is not to try to shoot people, it's to leave. Again, Visor does not increase DPS at all. It only increases accuracy, which means if you're hitting 100% of your shots like you would on a tank, it doesn't increase your damage at all against tanks. So you might as well just not pop Visor if you're planning on shooting a tank anyway. Right. And then you're going to go here, and then you're going to die. Alright. So, we're trying to find an opportunity to work our way in, just working down the shield. It's fine. I think this is a good option with your team coming back, is take the time to rotate. Now you have the time to rotate to a flank. Is there another option over there? I guess this is the last option. But left flank, in this case, I think actually right flank is probably better. Yeah, right flank is better if you can get it. And play this side, because the soldier's playing on the left flank. Alright, so you do rotate all the way to right flank. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, this is good. Alright, kill the Echo. Excellent. You should reload. You're canceling your reload sometimes, by the way. You're 12. You see how you start reloading right now? But then you start sprinting before you finish the animation. If you waited another like half second, it would complete the reload. But I don't think you realize that. Now you only have 10 ammo. That's a bad Helix. There's no reason to be taking such a long rotation. You already killed one, so use this opportunity to push in the side. Because without Echo, they lost all of their control of the left side. So now you can stay here and fight. There's no need to run so far away. If you're going to run anywhere, run to here. Not all the way back to here. This is a mistake going this far back. You're also... Beat is popped, so you have 750 extra health. Pop Helix and kill him. Great. Alright, now you walk forwards. Good. Life Weaver's here. Aim could be a lot better. You do the point blank Helix, and you kill the Rhine. Soldier gets low. So one thing to note is looking for Helix opportunities right here when he pops jumps. Just pop Helix right here, and he's gonna die. Right? You just hit him with a direct, fight's over. And then after you kill him, put down heal station if you need to, or leave if the Rhine's charging you, and just keep playing right side. Rhine's here, great. Now you want to back up. So as soon as you see him wind up, just sprint around the corner. Turn left, sprint. Right? You're too slow. Should have gotten the Mega as well. You barely dodged that Fire Strike. Work the Rhine down. Notice how you're walking forwards. This is a bad idea because the Reinhardt is either going to get saved or he's going to die anyway when his shield breaks. There's no need to be walking forwards right now. Now you're too far forwards. You see how you're only doing forward-backwards movement. Very easy to hit. Sombra's over here. Yep. You force Helix right away, or translocate right away. Shatter's been popped. You hear the soldier right now on your left, so you should note. I think he's on your left somewhere. Yeah. So you hear the soldier on the left. You got to look for him. Visor gets popped. The correct call here, Visor pop, is just hide. Just hide. You don't need to challenge this unless you know he's shooting somebody else, because he's going to easily beat you in this attack, plus you get hacked, plus Sombra attacks. So this is just a bad reaction to the enemy ultimate. Alright, points been capped. Looking for kill opportunities. Okay, good lasering. Again, you're taking a lot of damage because you're just going forwards and backwards. Forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards. That's not the way strafing works. Left, right, left, right. Think about it. Think about if I'm shooting this car, okay? If this car facing this way goes backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, backwards, forwards, is it any harder to shoot the car? No. But if the car goes forwards, backwards, perpendicular to you, that's harder to hit the car because I have to go left and right instead of just holding my crosshair in the middle of the screen and having all my shots land. Get the mini. You do have to re-aggress here because you have only 5% left. Your Sombra's dead. You should have been back in this fight a lot sooner. You pop Visor, and you just run into the point. Like, your Life Weaver's on it. You don't need to touch this point. Just pop just pop Visor, kill the Mercy, go here, kill the Life Weaver. Go here, kill the Soldier. Run away from the Rhine, right? Run back, touch the point. Try to kill the Sombra. Run away from the Sombra, right? Eventually die. Oh, my team's back. Great. That's what you need to do. There is no reason to keep suiciding your life into the point. Like, you're so close to the enemy. Right? The Rhine's getting close to you because he wants to swing and kill you. You're way too close to the enemy. Way, 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 way too close to the enemy. Alright, now we're going to go Reaper. Your Reaper play is going to look rough. So you're on the Rhine, right? Reasonably big shots on him. And we notice right here is you should continue moving to the left to stay out of hammer range. But instead, I think you're going to come back to the right. No, I guess you are moving to the left the whole time. I would note though, there's no reason to actually be in Rhine Hammer Rage. So as you go out here, if you stay out here, you go shot, 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 shot. You'll still deal full damage without needing to actually take this extra hammer swing. So you shoot the Rhine. The Mercy's gonna Guardian Angel into you right now. Just turn and shoot her. Right? You can kill her in 2 shots, maybe 3. Get the Mercy low. Rhine dies. Okay, great. So we capped. Next objective. You're waiting. This is a good place to hide. Nobody's looking. You have the opportunity to 3-shot the May right now, or the Mercy right now. Do you do it? Like, just creep forwards right now. Just creep forwards, kill the Mercy. Instead, you decide to shoot from Rhine from way too far away. You miss most of it. You miss the second one completely. Third one's okay. Fourth one's a full miss. Right? Now you're hitting the Mercy, but now you don't have enough ammo to kill her despite the fact that you got like 1 health. Right? You finally kill the Mercy. Reload, go after the Life Weaver. Great. By the way, one trick here is also the Wraith forward to kill him quickly if you don't think you're going to need Wraith. Which I think was totally reasonable here, because he should have gotten away. He does get away. So, this is like the full tunnel vision I'm talking about, where you're exclusively trying to kill the Life Weaver no matter what happens, no matter what the situation is. You're very, very low here. It's very obvious they're going to chase you down and die because they're faster than you because you're playing Reaper. And then you stagger yourself. Huge stagger. Really, really, really big stagger. Right? Your team's already out of spawn, halfway back to the point, and you just died. Just died. Very, very bad. Okay, we're coming in. Yep, shoot the Sombra. Great. For the record, you saw right there, Life Weaver. You could have done a lot of damage to them. I don't know if you can make that gap, but it's probably pretty close. Looking for Sombra. Okay, fine. Aim here, not ideal, but enough to get the kill. Walking forwards. I didn't bother shooting the tree because the tree's gonna expire soon. Just kill the Mercy. Right? Like, why shoot the tree, which might be something that's helpful, versus just killing the Mercy right in front of you, who nobody else is healing. Just kill the Mercy. All she has for healing right now is Tree of Life. See? She got all the way down to 50 health. If you fired 1 shot into her, your Junkrat would have killed her already. Okay, this is a bad ultimate. Reaper ultimate does 170 damage per second. That's a lot to squishies. That's very little to tanks. Tanks can just completely ignore a squishy. As a Reinhardt, I would even shield here. Right? The Reinhardt has 600 health, right? Including armor, right? The additional reduction from armor is actually a little more than that. But let's say 600. If you do even if we round to 100 to 200 damage a second, that's still going to take you 3 full seconds to kill me. I'm going to kill you way before your Death Blossom kills me. There's no reason to pop this Death Blossom next to a tank. This is how you die. Right? Very lucky that you don't. You're going for the Soldier. I would be very careful. If you're going to do this, you should end the Wraith sooner. Like, I would have ended the Wraith right now. And go 1, 2, and then leave. But you wait too long. You wait it out completely. Ryan walks into you, and now you die. I tried to touch, couldn't quite make it. So be it. So we're going to reposition for our last fight. It's the first time I've ever seen a tie Hashmite game. Another good example of, like, I don't want to be this close to the Rhine. You see how you can only walk forwards. You can't shoot without walking forwards. Forwards or backwards. Those are the only ways that you can operate. Forwards or backwards. Alright, Risa's in. Great. Try to kill the Mercy. Nothing you can do right now. That's fine. Just keep shooting the shield. Eventually this is going to work, right? The shield's going to break. Fine. Yep, just play back. You're good. You're good. Everyone's fine. There's no reason to be walking forwards right now. You have 137 health, and you have a Reinhardt running at you. Stay backwards. Go backwards. Go backwards. Go backwards. You walk in, you take a huge shot, now you're forced to Wraith out. If you just walked backwards, it would have bought you more time to keep shooting the Rhine. I would also note that your Rhine shots are not good. Against tanks, you want to be getting as many headshots as you can, so I want to be aiming for the upper head area. So that was a hit, a miss, an okay hit, right? And finally a shot that's at least close to head level. One more shot here would have killed, but you hit too many pellets into the wall. You really needed like a headshot, mostly headshot to insta-kill there, and then you missed this opportunity to kill the Rhine. But you ended up getting it 2 more shots later. Very lucky. Yep, that's fine. You try to go in, try to kill. Okay, soldier's dead. Fine, go for Lifeweaver. That's fine. By the way, teleporting to Lifeweaver also a valid option. You just can then cancel it and kill him after he drops. I don't even know if you can cancel it, actually. Lifeweaver's up there. Right, so that's Tree of Life is keeping her alive. You want to kill Mercy? Great. But I don't think you have a whole lot of people alive right now. So this might be a reset. Kill the Sombra. She's low. Your Wraith. We've capped at least. You're going to teleport up top. You're super low. I'm sure you're thinking about blossoming. This is a bad call, though. And then you're going to die. So, rolling this back. So, you lose Lifeweaver at the beginning of the fight. Nothing you can do about that. It's not your job to really peel for Sombra. Or peel Sombra herself. You may take way too many shots to kill this Lifeweaver. So, bad accuracy there. You finally kill the Mercy, mostly because she gets trapped. I think we just want you to have converted that kill opportunity on Lifeweaver and converted that kill opportunity on the Rhine. Would have been enough to win this fight. Or even, honestly, just one of them. Okay, because of your deaths, so you're going to die trying to get away again, I think. So, I'm going to die here in just a second. Let's look at where your team is. Your team is really far away from spawn. This is like, including your spawn time, this is like a 30-second head start on you. This is really bad, and it's going to cause you, I think, to only have one more fight. Yeah, I think it's going to be only one more fight because it takes so long for you to recover. So your team is forced to fight 4-on-5, now they're forced to fight 3-on-5, now they're forced to fight 2-on-5. Okay, now you're finally here, so it's back to 3-on-5. You should kill the Rhine immediately, fine. This is an okay death blossom, I think this is fine. The problem is you're down by so many players. Kill a Sombra, failed to kill a Sombra, that was an aim issue, you had 2 shots to possibly kill her. Rhine's in your face, and then you're going to die. You didn't need to touch right now. There's no sense of urgency. Like, you have plenty of time. There's 20% left. You do not need to touch the point. You could have gone up to the left or something. You could have teleported to the far side of the point. Anything other than just walking on here. Rhine's going to charge in, and now you're screwed, right? You could have just Wraith formed right now. You didn't, and that's the end of the game. Okay. To recap, I think, again, 3 things I want you to think of, right? Number 1, space awareness, right? How far should you be from the enemy? Against heroes like Reinhardt or Reaper, stay farther away. Against heroes like Widow, play closer, right? Or even Hanzo. Or like Mei, for example. Like, you can play pretty close and do a lot of damage. Not like that close, but like medium range you can do really well against her because our icicles is a lot less consistent than your aim. So, understand, like, how far away do I need to be from the enemy? Stop getting into situations where you get super, super close to the enemies when you don't mean to, or don't want to, or shouldn't want to. Number 2, general awareness of the enemies. We've noticed multiple times where you just run around the corner into somebody, or don't notice an enemy on your screen who then flies up and kills you. So, I think audio cues is probably the biggest one, but also just general awareness of like, hey, where are the enemies there? What should I be doing? Where should I be going? That's really important to play around where the enemies are and how to prevent yourself from dying. Number 3 is aim related, and specifically the fact that, like, highlighting the auto aim assist, you've multiple times where your aim really, really lets you down on what I think are very, very easy kills. I think the one on Lifeweaver was the most obvious, where you're going to flank the Lifeweaver. Is it this one or the next one? I think it's the previous one. Previous or next? Must be next one. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. There's one where your Lifeweaver is on this point. Your Lifeweaver is on this point, and you laser the Lifeweaver down to like 1 health, but you can't complete the kill. What the heck? How can I not find this? Oh yeah, that was it right there. So, right? Like, he has 1 health here, you have 11 bullets. You literally need to hit 1 bullet out of 11, and he's dead. Like, he's dead here. But if we look at your aim, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have no idea why that didn't register, by the way. It looked like it was a hit. But 6, 7, 8. That also looks like a hit. Must be like a replay desync or something. But regardless, you still only hit 2 out of 11. I don't know what's going on here, but it's very, very weird that you did not get the kill there. But my note here is that is a very straightforward kill on the Lifeweaver. Like, he's basically standing still on the top of the pedal platform. This should not have been a hard kill at all. Like, once he's up here, dead instantly. Like, you give me one bullet, I hit this 95% of the time. This is not a problem. Granted, if it didn't land for some reason or register, that's a different problem. But regardless, noting, aim's going to let you down some scenarios. If you're playing DPS, that's always going to be something that's going to hold you back, right? But I'm not asking you to like laser, like your Cassidy killed early in the game. I would not expect that. Like, that is not something I think is reasonable to expect anybody, that you would just laser him down with perfect accuracy at that range, at that angle. But killing a 1 health Lifeweaver on a pedal platform standing still, yeah, I would expect a kill there. That's, I think, reasonable to expect. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Hopefully this is helpful.